Am I the asshole? Because I got my daughter a $80 dress. My family just got back from a week-long cruise. And there is still some tension about this. My wife and I took our 20-year son, 16-year daughter, 13-year son and 7-year son. Our oldest spent most of his time on vacation doing his own thing. Having breakfast and dinner with the family but being seldom seen otherwise. My wife and I enjoyed spending time without kids. But we also did some couples activities. There are clubs on the boat for kids. And our 13-year really enjoyed them. But our 7-year didn't and kept wanting to spend the day with his sister, who we'd given carte blanche to do her own thing as long as she ate with us and answered when we messaged her. She was a good sport and took her little brother on most of her adventures. Swimming with him, taking him to trivia and doing the animation classes with him. I felt like this was very sweet of her and showed a great deal of maturity. The second to last day of the cruise, I took her to the gift shop and told her to pick out whatever she wanted as thanks for looking after her brother. She was very excited and ended up picking out a dress. The dress was $80. She wore it to dinner that night. And when she told her mom I bought it for her, my wife gave me a weird look. After dinner she asked me why the hell I did that. I explained that it was a reward for looking after her brother. She said we can't buy an $80 dress for our daughter and nothing for our sons. I said we didn't get them nothing, we took them on a cruise. My wife said I'm an idiot. I don't think so. We got some trinkets for the younger boys. About $20 worth of stuff. My wife thinks I fucked up and said I should apologize to the boys. I refuse. We took our adult son on a vacation that cost thousands of dollars. He has no reason to resent his sister being rewarded for being thoughtful. If we got our 7-year and 13-year a really expensive souvenir, it would probably be lost or broken. She still thinks I was an asshole though. Clarification: a lot of commenters seem to think we asked our daughter to babysit her brother. That's not really the case. What kept happening was that she would tell us her plans for the day and 7-year would say he'd rather do that than go to the kids' club. And she would agree to let him come with her. So it was more just her being a nice sister than actual babysitting. She always had the ability to drop him off at the club. That's why I wanted to reward her. Because I thought it was so sweet of her not to do that and to make her brother feel good about his cool older sister wanting to hang out with him. If your wife is concerned about all of her children getting an equal treatment, this should also include their responsibilities. It was very sweet of your daughter to spend time with her brother and allowing you and your wife to have some alone time. I've seen this very often and I have experienced it firsthand that the women in a family are expected to contribute as caregivers for the elderly and the youngest in the family. The fact you acknowledge her work is very valuable and sets her a great example. Not the asshole. $80 is nothing compared to the total cruise bill. It was a positive memory and something fun to do. Not everyone has to be a jealous hussy. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You basically paid her for babysitting. Not the asshole. Let's get this straight. Your only daughter took over the role of mom babysitter for the week, so you and your wife could enjoy the cruise, while your other boys did what they wanted. Your daughter stepped up when she didn't have to, and you chose to reward her. It was not something she expected or had her hand out for. People may disagree, but I think you're a great dad for acknowledging your daughter's maturity and selflessness. It's a shame your wife can't see that. Not the asshole. Your daughter very sweetly provided babysitting so you and your wife had time to yourselves. The dress was a very reasonable gift, and $80 for a dress isn't bad. Your wife is you're the asshole if she thinks that babysitting was your daughter's duty. Because she's a girl. Not the asshole. But your wife sure is. Shame on her. Tell her she can then pay your daughter day-care fees for taking care of her child if she has such a problem with you buying her a gift. After all, your son isn't your daughter's responsibility. You did a good thing. Your wife sounds jealous of her own child. What's your wife's problem with your daughter? Not the asshole. It's a really cute gift and she must have felt beautiful in that dress, pleading face, and also I don't think their brothers care for a dress, lol. They are kids. Not the asshole. Your daughter is a gem. The value of her babysitting was probably way over $80. Try to frame it for your wife as her payment for babysitting so much. It's not a gift. It's something she earned by going above and beyond what you expected of her as an older sister. Not the asshole. And $80 for a dress that she can wear many times is so reasonable. It's barely even a souvenir. You're supposed to get clothes for your kids anyway. Not the asshole. The sister was very kind and got a reward she deserved. And the other kids got a holiday. Heart. Not the asshole. She is the one making a stink. It sounds like no one else cared. Honestly, this was a nice gesture for your daughter looking after her brother. Not the asshole. Your daughter sounds lovely. You wife sounds unhappy. Not the asshole. If you rallied up the hours your daughter babysat for you on this cruise, I can promise you and $80 dress is a pittance in price compared to that. Not the asshole. And some massive great parenting there. Dude, your wife? Not so much. Kind of appalled that she wouldn't want to reward your daughter stepping up so you two could have some couple time. Not the asshole. Your daughter went above and beyond. And you showed your appreciation. There's nothing wrong with that. Is your eldest son upset? Or is this only an issue for your wife? I'm the only girl in my fam. I have 2 brothers. We're all grown and married and my mom still buys me more than them. We always get each other's gifts from trips and she'll see something I like in store and VV. Maybe because it's a girl thing. Every child in fam shouldn't have to be treated so equally that you can't buy one a dress if it's a nice gift for babysitting. Not the asshole. Your daughter sounds like a great big sister and you rewarded her for giving up her free time to make sure her little brother was included and had fun. You and your daughter are fantastic. Your wife? Not so much. Not the asshole. Nickel and dimming something as small as a dress over fairness is absurd. Does she keep a spreadsheet somewhere to make sure she never spends more than $10 extra on any kid? How much effort does she put into this fairness? God, I'm glad I was raised in a family that isn't this petty about money. Not the asshole. Your wife sounds like an everyone gets a trophy person. Not the asshole. Don't dare you bought her a dress. Consider it payment for babysitting for a good portion of the cruise. Not the asshole. $80 for all the childcare she did was extremely cheap. That your wife can't see that and thinks you need to apologize makes me suspect she favors the boys. Buddy. Your wife is sending a message that exceptional hard work, accountability, and responsibility aren't rewarded. This is how we have so many useless people. You do not deserve as much as me if you did half as much as I. And vice versa. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The other kids didn't go above and beyond.